Welcome to Timeless Principles with me, Dr. Alex. I'm so excited that you have selected to connect to our channel. I just want to say to all those who watch every week, we are really honored to have you, and all those who make comments and all those who share every time. We are really excited about it. And we want those who are coming in for the first time, do that wonderful thing and subscribe and be part of the family where we share extraordinary exploits. Well, I'm so excited today that we are starting a brand new series that we've never done before, and this will be the first one. So everything that's the first one can always be interesting. It can always be subject to more improvement. But we are calling this series 1022, and the name of it is The Blessing of the Lord. Series 1022, The Blessing of the Lord. And it's episode 1. I'm so excited with this episode 1 to have two people here who are going to share with us based on this series. The series is based on a verse, Proverbs 10:22, which says in NLT, "The blessing of the Lord makes one to be rich." Then in NIV it says, "The blessing of the Lord brings wealth without painful sorrows, without painful toil on it." So what we want to share here is that even though the blessing of the Lord is not visible, but the blessing of the Lord produces or manifests something that's visible. Why don't we start by you just introducing yourselves? I will give you the time you introduce yourselves and also introduce the name of your business.
Okay, my name is Busisiwe Sabangwani, and I'm the director of
That's
BBTH
awesome.
Motors.
Of
BBTH Motors.
BBTH Motors. Hear that? BBTH Motors. Okay, continue. Oh, is it you now?
Good day. My name is Titus Labangwane. I'm also the director of BBTH Motors.
Wow, so I'm sitting here with the directors themselves. You know, you are the directors of BBTH Motors. Why don't you share with us what's the meaning of these letters BBTH?
So I would just say the BB.
Okay.
BB, it's Busisiwe Baloyi, because when we started the business, I was Baloyi.
Okay,
so
so
it's Busisiwe
BB
Baloyi.
are the two initials of your name and surname.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Yes, and then when we come to TH, it's Titus Labangwane, my initials and surname.
Okay.
And then we had to combine our names and surname, then so it can make sense, because we've been struggling. How can we name it our full names or initials? And then initials make sense to us.
But that was innovative because it's something that's easy to say. BBTH. It's not a struggle. If you had used the long names, maybe it would have been a different thing.
Yeah, that's true. But most of the people just say BBT.
Oh, BBT.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably they're swallowing the H or what, I don't know. But they just say
So how do you
BBT.
prefer it being said?
No, it's the full name, BBTH.
BBTH.
Yeah.
Okay, BBTH.
Sounds beautiful. It's like that.
So I've seen BBTH in other things, but today we're talking BBTH Motors. Now, when did you start BBTH Motors?
We started 2015 in December. So when we just met, I think we met in February 2015. So he was like so persuasive in starting the business. I think he was like, "No, I have to get her closer to me." So
Awesome.
whether I say yes as a girlfriend, but
Or
then
no?
I'll still be
Oh,
the partner.
so that was a strategy.
That was a strategy.
So even if you didn't want to go into a relationship, but the business would be
Part, yeah.
bringing you closer, so you'd still be at least having time to get.
But what was on my mind, it was because by the time I met her, I was not on corporate. So if I had to take her to business, either if I win her to business, then it's fine. Or if I don't win her, she'll take me back to corporate.
Oh,
So
I
I have to make
see.
her believe in business. Because she was playing about
Oh.
business.
So you at the time you wanted to leave the corporate world.
Yes.
So this was
Yes,
another
separate.
opportunity.
I was out from corporate in 2014.
Okay.
So I was starting to build when I met her.
Ah.
So I decided, I think this one will take me back to corporate. And then I have to switch her mind to businesses now.
And convince her to
Yeah.
business. Okay.
Yes.
So how did you? I see that you were launching this showroom just this past weekend. So before the showroom, then how did you do this BBTH Motors business? I mean, share with me that because if it's 2014, you've been doing it for a few years.
Yeah, we started selling by one car. And
Okay.
then
But selling from where? Because you didn't have a showroom. So that's what I would just.
we were selling in our premises. So
Oh.
because we can't accommodate like more than 4 cars or 2 cars, then we started with one car. And then we were selling. Then we upgrade to 2 cars. Then we have to sell where we used to stay because we had a lot of cars. And then we need a bigger space now.
Okay.
That's where we increased to 4 cars.
Oh, I see.
And then 4 cars, it let us here on the end to have a showroom.
But let me ask, you are still doing the business, doing it from your house. Why do you believe it's necessary to have a professional outlook like we have here? This is not your house. This is now a business site, which you'll tell us where it is in a minute.
So I think with that, we saw like a lot of demand, but then people do not trust their home address. They want a
Okay.
business.
Okay.
And more especially because we source cars for people. So sometimes they will say, okay, I see you have these 4 cars, but I want this specifically. So when someone wants a specific car, we say we can source it for you, but then you give us the money, then we source the car for you. So other people, they find it easy to trust that, but others then they're like, who are you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but now when we have address and then we say, okay, we can source the car for you, they know where to find us.
Okay,
Because they know we can't just pick up and go.
and go
Yeah.
because yeah. So you believe a professional outlook like this create credibility.
Yes,
It makes people believe that you are serious business people.
And it's business because then if it's at your house, then it's a side hustle. So people are like so because we know with the supporting of the businesses. So sometimes if it's like it's just a side hustle, people don't trust that they want a business. They want to go to a business premise, and they know that if they have problems, they can still
They
fix.
know where
Yeah.
to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
like the idea. So it's done at home. It's like a side hustle, but when it's done in a professional premise, it looks like a. But I take your point as well that people know where to find you because it's in a business. So where to find you? Tell us, where are we? What is this beautiful place that we have all come to be with you? Tell us that.
Now we are based in Riversend Outlet Office Park. So that's where we are based now.
So where is that? Is this in Nelspruit or where is this Riversend? Which province? Which country? Where are we in the world?
Yeah, it's under Four Ways. Then it's along William Nicol. When you're in Four Ways, it's simpler to reach us as well. We are in Four Ways.
And the Four Ways is in Cape Town?
In Gauteng province.
Oh, okay. I think you have to say that again so that we get a sense, you know, so that somebody is flying from America and he wants to come and do business with the BBTH Motors. Where exactly do they find you? Okay, start that again.
Yeah, we are in Gauteng, Four Ways,
Okay.
in a place named Riversend Outlet Office Park. That's
Okay.
where we are based, along William Nicol. It's a busy road and well-known road in South Africa and Gauteng. So yes.
Audio preview. Audio preview.
the important things that we talk about in business is a vision. These words mean specific things, but people usually just keep them general. So share with us what's your vision. What are you thinking about when you are thinking about BBTH Motors?
Okay, so we were thinking small. But then I think it's because of the verse that we got.
Okay.
We are tapping into greatness, we are tapping into the land that God take care of. And if God take care of that land, it means it's not small. So our vision is seeing BBTH out there and seeing that we always say that we get these cars in below market value. So we get them, like it'll be in good condition, working condition, and we make sure of that. So when we get the car, we'll make sure that it works 100%. And so we are our vision is to get people the cars that they want and to be known out there. So we said we are the black people who we want this, because we realized that the cars are mostly with the other color. Let me not even mention the color, but it's other color. And more especially in South Africa, what we have realized is that it's not mostly South Africans who deal with the cars. So we're like, let us tap into that and let us be known that we are in South Africa and we are doing this from South Africa and South Africans.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there is an aspect of being out there. Then there's an aspect of addressing the customer need. They get what they want. I think is
below market value.
below market value.
Yeah, and we ensure that.
And you ensure that.
Yeah.
And then you also want the trustability that this is a business in South Africa run by South Africans. So people get that trustability. Okay, you alluded to a verse. Because we are kingdom people, I would like you to share a little bit about that, because what is this that inspires? You see, you talked about we being black people. As black people, we get inspired by all kinds of things. But in your sharing of the vision, you spoke a little bit about a word that inspires you. Can you take us through that?
I think he will share the verse. I will just share how the verse came about.
Okay.
So
That's awesome.
normally I always want to hear from God. So for me, a confirmation is a verse. So if there is a word, then I know there is a confirmation.
Wow.
So like we said that I left corporate and I left real estate. So I was like, God, I need to be doing something.
You need to hear some
I
confirmation.
need to hear something. So I remember opening the verse. So normally the verses for me, they come in a very strange way. Sometimes it will just come as like Deuteronomy 11 verse 11, where else I don't even know what it means. Then I would just go open and then
and look for it. Hopefully it is there in the Bible. Okay.
I'm like always. I remember getting Genesis 13 verse 17. I was like, what is that? So when I opened it was so
Oh, you
relevant
found
for
it.
that season. Yeah. So it always like that. So it came like that. And when I shared with him, he was like, what? I emphasized. So I was like emphasizing so that he gets how I felt the verse, so that also when he reads, and I know he explains the verse better than I do.
Okay.
So I'll get the verse and I'll just tell him like blankly, like, okay, this is what the Lord is saying. Then he will share it.
So it just sparks the inspiration, but then he
Then
can
he
engage
elaborate.
it.
And then every morning then we'll do our morning devotion and you say, just can you say that word again? I'm like, I will just read and you will elaborate. You'll say what the Lord is saying.
Let's hear that, because that's inspiration. So the Lord has never given you a verse that's not in a book. Okay, that's awesome. Share with us the verse.
Yeah, when that verse came, we're having doubt whether we are doing it or what. That then the Lord spoke to us to say, the land that you're crossing, the Jordan, then it's in mountain and valleys, and it received rain from heaven from the beginning of the year until the end. Then that's where we realized really God is talking covered here, no matter how the season is dry. Then if we can think about the mountain and valleys, then it's such a difficult area to be. But that's where God is leading us.
Wow.
And then He promised us that you will receive rain from heaven. So, yeah. we
Right
talk-
through the year.
That through the year. Not just the rain, right through the year.
Not just the rain that
Yeah.
in geographical seasons it
Yes.
rains in summer.
Yeah.
But the Lord gave you an inspiration that you will receive rain right through the year.
Yes.
And he takes care of it.
And
And
He
He
takes
takes
care
care
of
of
it when it continues.
And He says the rain comes from Him.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in other words, you perceiving that as you cross into this BBTH motors out there, as you said in your vision, you are believing that the Lord will keep the rain flowing.
Yes.
The rain, people explain things. What do you read into this concept? The rain, the Lord will give the rain.
And for us, I think the rain is blessings because
Okay.
obviously the Bible says that when the rain comes, it comes so that the crops will grow. And yeah, so for us, that rain was that even if it's so dry in the land, but God is promising us the rain. He
And-
says it doesn't matter. So He promised us the rain, that it will come. And it will come from Him, so we will drink from Him. So whether the market or the economy is allowing,
Whether
we
it's
will
a
be
valley
drinking.
or a mountain.
We'll be
s-
drinking from Him.
So from this verse, you are also having the belief then that the God of the mountain is still God in the valleys. So whether in a year it will be a valley or a mountain, you still have the rain. So this works absolutely awesome with our episode, because our episode is the blessing of the Lord. And the blessing is productive. The blessing makes things visible. So in your case, well, that is awesome. Now you have this verse and it inspires you. Then you've been running this business, obviously, but it was to spark you more to say, now you use the words, make it out there. So it was to spark you more to take this business and make it out there. Now it is out there, BBTH Motors. So tell us, what's the various offerings of this business? Like, is it just selling a car? What are the business streams? I can see it's all on here, but I would like to hear from you of BBTH Motors.
Yeah. We are selling cars, and we realized that if only sell cars, and then maybe car you can sell maybe once a week, but when the car sometimes needs service, then we decided, and then we need to tap also into car service, and
Okay.
also the car need parts. Then we need to specialize in car parts as well. Then we also realize the car need tires as well. And we also venture into that space of tires. And then
Okay.
yes.
So your BBTH Motors then has several streams in its value chain. So on one end, you actually sell pre-loved cars, if I understand what you say, or let's say used vehicles. Then you also have a vehicle service kit. So if people want vehicle service kit, they can come to BBTH Motors. Then you also want to sell the tires, then the car services. That's quite a nice spread. So you're actually looking at several aspects of the car industry. And you believe this is working.
It has worked.
Yes, they've worked. We have tried it and it worked. And then hence we're out there now to boom.
To boom. Okay,
Yes.
okay. So, people have been driving cars. I mean, you've been driving cars. You bought them from somewhere. I'm driving a car, and the people who are listening to us over the stream are also driving cars. Here is an interesting question. Why should they come to you instead of going to your competitor?
I know most of our clients or most of our customers, they say getting a car is a hassle.
Oh, okay.
It's really a hassle. They know it's troubling. So we're like, we don't mind that hassle. We'll
So give that hustle to us.
just give it to us.
Okay.
We'll get the car for you. And what is good about us is that you give us your budget, you give us the car you want, and we advise accordingly.
Oh, I see.
So say, okay, this is the car you want and this is your money, and then we're like, okay, this is the alternative if your money cannot afford that. But if it does, or if you are like, you want that car, then we say, okay, you can top up. But like I
see.
said previously, that we always get them in a below market value.
Below market value.
We
yes.
make sure of that. So people are choosing us because of that. So even if you see it in the market is this high, but we make sure that we get
You'll
it,
get
in
it below
below
market
market value.
So one reason I would like you to speak to the camera. So one reason that you say people should come to you is because you take the hassle out of buying a car.
We know the sweat. We really know how the hustle of getting a car. So we like, just give it to us. We know how we will get you the car that you want. And not even to get you the car that you were thinking of, or the car that you like, okay, because what we have realized about cars is that you might look at the cover and you say it's beautiful, it's nice. But then driving out there, then you'll find lots of issues. So we
Okay.
are expecting that. We'll like make sure that we check everything for you. So mechanically, we promise you that you will find it. It will be nice.
Okay.
Because we also do the service.
So you do this. So
Yeah.
so one, you say to the person, we'll take the hassle out from your hands, so you worry less. Secondly, you're saying when you get it from us, you'll get it in real working conditions, because we are actually also experts in service. But there's a third element you mentioned. When you get it from us, you get it below market value. Is that the promise you want to give
It's
someone?
a definite promise.
Yes, and interesting part is when they come to us, they're already tired looking for
I
it because
see.
it's expensive out there.
And
Then
they've been trying
they've
this,
been
trying
trying.
that.
Then we'll make sure we get you a car. And
Wow.
I remember what I've captured. First time I met you, you said, "Do what you can, and let others do what you can do." Then that triggers my mind to say, okay, I need to move into this space and make sure, because we're able to source our cars way cheaper. Then we say, and car parts, everything.
So you realize that sourcing cars at negotiated prices is something I can do.
And
Yes.
negotiating as well. Like my goodness, like it's so amazing what he can turn the car from this high amount to this.
And bring it to you.
Yeah.
So really, so you're an advocate. Now you are using that skill.
Yeah,
And very soft spoken. I remember in our launch, the customer said one of our, we said is our customer of a year. He said
I remember,
he's
yeah.
very soft spoken. You won't trust him, but then he will convince you.
Eventually, you'll
And
buy
I
the
keep telling him that I'm like, I don't know how these people you get to convince them the
convince.
way you are speaking, but then he
But
convinced
there
me
you
as
are,
well.
because it's just explained that it's the negotiation skills of an advocate, and in this case, he's using that to stand on behalf of a client and say, I can negotiate a good price for you. So
Yeah.
I was saying that I always say, I know your legal thing is working for you.
yeah, that's awesome. No, that's awesome. So I think I wanted just you to share that there's a reason people should come to you. Um, this is a competitive advantage. I mean, we coming out of things like COVID. Money is not flowing so easy. Yet we still need vehicles, so people can come and to people who can really negotiate it for them. Some people say black people must be challenged to support one another. Some people argue that as black people, we're not really fully supporting one another. We must challenge each other to support one another. What's your view? What's your thinking in that?
Yeah. As black people, we've created a culture not to deliver a service.
Okay.
That's where there's a lack of trust on that. Then for us, BBTH Motors have walked in that space. And then when we promise a customer to say you'll have your car by when we make sure we deliver. And then we have built that trust. Then we are reviving that black community, that we need to trust each other again, so we can able to do business to each other. And then
Okay.
that's what we've captured. So we are here to make sure that we revive that unity, we revive that trust issues, and then so we can do business again.
So you're saying one of the reasons black people don't get fully supported is lack of poor delivery.
Yes.
So what you as PVTH Motors are zeroing on is reliability, trusted delivery.
Yes.
Okay.
And also, for me, So supporting black businesses, I think it's just to, because of the history. We just need to support each other in order for us to see that we can really make it. Because it's not like they're not excellent or we're not excellent as black people. We are definitely are excellent, but we are not giving ourselves a chance to do that.
Okay.
So if we can support each other, and for us to have started this, and if people or black people come and support us, then they get inspired as well to start whatever dream that they have.
can.
Because I know that black people really have dreams, big dreams. So if we support each other, that makes us to say, okay, if someone else starts a business, we'll also support because we've seen the support from people. So I think if we support each other, we'll grow in that.
So
and
you
grow a
can
community
speak
like
to somebody listening to us there online, call on them to support black people. You want to call on them?
Support us. I'm kidding. Support black business. I think supporting, it means that you give so that you can also receive.
Yeah.
So let us give to inspire. Let us support so that you also be supported, because the lack is always on you starting something and there's no support. So, but if you support us, and then we see that there's someone that is doing something, then I will also support. I'm always like want to inspire people. So whatever that I do, I want people to see and to learn from it, and then do as well. So I think for me, with not just to say that it's only black people, but for now, when we're saying we're empowering each other, let us empower by supporting one another.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it's important. Every people grouping would be fooling themselves if they thought we will wait for the other people grouping to come on board and do it for us if we're not standing up and doing things for ourselves. So we're excited to be with you, to see black people stepping out, getting and become professionals, come out in a professional space and say, you can trust us, we will deliver. And that will encourage, like you're saying, other black people to say, man, let me go and support other black people, and also let me start my own. So I'm excited about that. Now, we are kingdom people. Obviously, we always build on kingdom principles. When the kingdom is introduced in Genesis 1:28, the Lord says there is a pattern to dominion. He says, number one, be fruitful, which means produce something. And then he says, increase, then replenish. Then he says, you will subdue after that, and then you'll have dominion. So this is your fruit. So here is a fruit. So you've done step one. Now, tell us, are you envisioning increase? Because step one is here now. We have a fruit. Everyone can see it. We will put it online. I'm sure you're sending it to your friends and everybody. So a fruit is here. It's visible. Tell me what you're thinking. Increase, is that in your mind? Or we'll come back here 3 years later and we're still sitting on the same place?
Our vision is to grow nationally.
Awesome.
Then we have targeted Limpopo now, because a lot of our clients are coming from Limpopo. Also, Northwest, there's a need.
Okay.
So get ready for those branches
So
where we are coming.
Limpopo must get ready
Yeah,
next.
They must get ready.
And then Northwest must get ready.
We're coming. Then we'll capture another province. But we are growing nationally.
So basically, you have this concept in your vision that starts from one village, starts from one town, then it goes nationally, and that's as far as you want to go. So BBTH South Africa, BBTH Motors South Africa, is that all? We'll never have BBTH London, we'll never have BBTH America, BBTH Motors America.
We'll look into that. We definitely, no one doesn't want to grow like that. But yeah, for now we're just saying, okay, yeah, we want to go global. Why not?
You know, once I got a sense that both a small vision and a great vision occupies the same space in the brain. And I always ask people, if both a great vision and small vision occupies the same space, why bother with a small one? Because if
That's a good one.
if they both take space, I rather just have the great one, because I'm using the same space in the brain. So you you see yourself going from this place, Gauteng, Limpopo, Northwest, South Africa. You see yourself going beyond?
Yeah, now we do. After that, no, we do. I rather occupy my space with the big one.
That's the whole
Yeah,
point.
The size is the same.
You see, we sometimes say in the kingdom there is no room for small visions because it's the kingdom. Say something to family, say something to friends, because nobody takes a journey like this without support. Even if it's just a call from somebody, that's support. So just say something, words of thanks, words of appreciation. Challenge some family members to come by here. Never buy a car anywhere. Anybody, whether they are Paloi or the Shabangwane, they should never buy a car anywhere else from now. No, please, but just speak to them. They are waiting to hear you speak.
I think for me, it's to say like our lots of things, because what we have seen is so amazing from our family. I know we come up with crazy things. When we started in 2015, we had another idea, and 2016 it was another idea. But then they do not stop, or you guys do not stop supporting us. And when we propose the idea, it's always not like, you have started again. But it's always like, oh, you guys will do it. You can be able to do it. And that is really what is giving us the courage to do all of this that we are doing. So thank you so much, more especially to our family and our friends as well. They always are so supportive. So thank you so much, and continue doing that. And remember, when you hear car, PBTH pictures.
Awesome. You want to say something?
Yeah, for me, I appreciate the families because each time we have idea with my wife, we make sure we initiate it. But the family will always support us.
Wow.
And they'll say, when we tell them about the launch of BBTH Motors, they say, wow, that's a great idea. They didn't say, you again, you're doing motors now. So we appreciate a lot. And then I'm sure about their support system. They'll keep bringing clients to us. They'll keep bringing customers from north, west, east, in each of direction of this earth. And then we are here to stay. We are here to grow.
Awesome. Say something to those who have been your clients to date. Just appreciation. I mean, you've been having people buying. I saw in your launch you had client of the year. You have all this, and just say something to them as well.
To them, thank you so much. Like for even trusting us, because I know out there it's really rough, more especially in the car business. There's a lot of things, but we make sure that you come to us and you trusted us with your monies. So thank you so much, and please remember when you're driving that it's PBTH. So thank you so much for the support. We really appreciate that. We really appreciate for more especially the trust. Like I said, trust is really, I think it's also earned. So we have earned that trust from you guys. And also that you came back, more especially the people who came back. I know of clients that didn't come once, even if it's not 3 times, but they came twice.
Yes.
So thank you so much for trusting us, and the referral as well, because most of our business is from referrals. So it's not about us marketing out there, putting it out there, but it's your referral. So thank you so much. We really appreciate that.
Awesome. So she's spoken for both of you?
Yeah, I think because much appreciation because normally when I'm preparing the car, I speak a way that out of this car, this customer that is buying it, then he will refer, and that is happening.
That's happening.
Then everyone who bought a car from us, then when they call us, they'll say, I was referred by whom. So that prayer is working. So keep coming. Then we thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, as I said earlier, the reason we're doing this is to celebrate people who are starting businesses or growing in businesses, because my belief is that God is continuously pouring ideas, but not everybody is capturing those ideas. So if we come across somebody who said, here is an idea, I capture it. The way you capture it is that when God releases it, it actually has no name. you capture it and you label it. Like you have now labeled this BBTH Motors. It was an idea from God that was floating around for anybody who would have loved to pick it up. So we really congratulate people who are here to just say the blessing of the Lord brings wealth. Now, say something to the Lord, because since you started, you've just shared now about a prayer that you make and the Lord answers. Express some words of thanks to Him. Remember, we are fired from heaven. We are inspired from heaven. We are kingdom citizens. And so we need to say something to our King. Say something to your King. Then I'll ask you one last question.
Yeah, we just want to say thank you, God, because you'll remember that you give us idea every day, but some idea we don't capture. We just leave them hanging.
Yeah.
But He never give up on us. And then He keep giving us ideas.
Keeps pouring like the
Yes,
rain.
until we capture it. And then we just want to thank you, God, for not giving us up on us. And then until we capture it. May you continue to do it, even others who are not capturing. So we appreciate a lot.
He's spoken for the family on God. Okay. Well,
But no, let me not. I'm feeling guilty now. Thank you to God that He always showers. I know we always, like when we do our morning devotion, like the way we, after Amen, He will say, hey, I'm thinking, I'm like, where is that coming from? We just prayed now. Or I will also say the same thing. So we are just so grateful to God that, and to honor as well, that when He gives us those ideas, we're able to make them, to action
capture them
yeah.
and manifest
Yeah,
them,
so
yeah.
we're just grateful to God that keep them coming, we will action.
well, He says in the Word, in Isaiah 48, verse 17, I am the Lord who teaches you to profit. So let that be your continuous prayer, that He will teach you to profit. He wants us to profit. That's why He says to the children of Israel earlier in Deuteronomy, He says, I am He that gives you the power to get wealth. So part of getting wealth is to be able to be profitable. It is our prayer that your business is profitable. It's one thing to just come out here in the marketplace but not be profitable. So that's what we should continuously pray for, that this business is profitable. Share with me as we end, what is your personal philosophy? In any way, whether it's personal philosophy in life, in business, in whatever, somebody there who wants to be in business says, I've seen this too, I've seen BBTH Motors, but the people behind it, any thought, any philosophy, any idea?
Mine is the crazy one. I think I always say that do yourself, just be yourself.
Okay.
And it's not people, or I don't want to say don't get people's validation, but just do you. You don't owe anyone an explanation. I always say that you do not owe anyone an explanation. Just become yourself, because immediately you start explaining, then you won't take action. But if you just ignore everything and just do you and just be like, okay, you know what, I need to do this. You don't owe anyone any explanation. Yeah, I owe no one explanation. I always tell him that I don't have to validate anything. When I want to do something, I just go for it. Yeah. Hence I
Awesome.
just go
So
for it.
that's a challenge to people out there who keeps on holding back and say, if I start doing this, then I'll need to explain that. So here is somebody who says, do you? Okay? Personal philosophy, Mr. Hlabangwane.
Yeah, for me, it's you never give up on whatever thing you started. You make sure you finish it, no matter how it may be difficult. And even when it comes to the business world, sometimes you may start a business and don't see the profit. Never give up, and allow yourself to be flexible to new ideas. That's our belief in our family, because we always action. Whatever come in our mind, do it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I can encourage to the next
Awesome.
person.
That's an important one as well to those who are listening. Don't give up, because the reality is, whatever you start in life, it will face opposition. The opposition is not to say stop, but the opposition is stay, be strong, rise up. But many people, when they face opposition, then they stop. And your philosophy is, don't give up. When the ideas show up, implement them. Okay. What do you want to say bye-bye to the people before I make my closing statements? And who wants to say a word to all those who have been listening to BBTH, the blessing of the Lord?
Yeah, we just want to thank you for hosting us today. And thank you to the viewers for your time. And we appreciate a lot. And we will love you. Wow. See you at the top.
No, thank you everyone for
Awesome.
watching. And Mina, you don't just watch. You have to watch and take action. So like I
Okay.
said that I do everything because I was inspired by someone. So I want people to be also inspired to take action.
Wow.
So I always say that when I get to heaven, I need God. When God asks me, "What have you done?" I need to have a list. Like I can't just say 1, 2, 3. No. It should be like a list. So that's what inspires me. So
Wow.
like just be inspired and motivated
And
to
motivated
take
to
action.
take
Yeah.
action. Wow. Well, thank you so much. This was an episode, our episode number 1 of 1022, which is the blessing of the Lord. And we were interviewing a great people here who are doing business. And the name of the business is BBTH Motors. They have been doing it for a number of years, but now they've put it out there in the marketplace for anyone to see. I just want to say to everyone who's listening, whenever you want to buy a car, they have invited you that think BBTH Motors. When you want to bring a car to your service, think BBTH Motors. When you want car parts, think BBTH Motors. Well, I am advertising for them because I'm long in business, so I do the game. But they will all be growing to advertise their businesses, who are so excited. We're doing this series because we want to say to Kingdom citizens, the blessing is invisible, but its results must be visible, because that's what the Bible says. We're looking forward to you asking them questions. They will share their story. They have their own YouTube channel. They will share their story there. And I want to say to anybody who says, Dr. Alex, I would like to share my experience of the blessing. Let's keep in touch with us. We'll come to you and we'll share this with you. We truly love you. We're looking forward to see the manifestation of your blessing. Remember, you are awesome. See you at the top.